How to start a painting company in 2023. My name's Dave Klappenberger. I started my painting company back in 1989. That sounds like a long time ago. And I grew it, I've closed about 20,000 jobs, had about 25, 30 guys working for me as big as I got. And we worked at places like the Smithsonian, the Pentagon, the White House, lots of residential, property management, realtors, schools, churches, hospitals, did a lot of stuff. And I'd like to share with you how to start a painting company in 2023. And I think the first question that we have to discuss is, who makes a good painting contractor? You know, would you be successful in this? And before you even start, that would be a great place to start. Instead of thinking, what do I need to do to get started? Wouldn't you like to know the characteristics of a good entrepreneur in this industry? Well, I think it's valuable. And one of the things that I think you really have to sit down and just stop and take 10, 15 minutes. Be alone, quiet place, and ask yourself, what is your why? Why do you want to do this? Don't blow this question off, because it's really important. If your why is not a strong why, you got to test it and see how strong it is. If your why is not strong, like for example, a strong why would be, I want to provide food for my family. I want to put my daughter through, or my son through college. You know, I need to be successful to support my family. I'll be the breadwinner. That's a strong reason. I want to create something that I can pass down to my children. That's very important to me, to give them something that's established, that they can grow and they can take it to the next level. That's a great why. I want to leave a legacy. I want to be able to give back to the community. I want to be able to sponsor, the high school football team and this and that. Those are strong whys. So some of the negative whys, or the bad whys, or the bad reasons that really won't propel you through the tough times of having your own business. And that's basically, if you have a strong why, then what happens is you dust yourself off when bad stuff happens, and you start walking towards your goal. But if your whys are weak, you end up quitting. You end up being disenchanted with the whole thing. So some examples of bad whys, bad reasons would be, you're getting into the business to prove to somebody that you can do this. You're getting into this because you hate your boss, because you want to be your own boss, and you think that painting is probably the simplest and easiest way of making money. Those are weak reasons, and things will get tough, and then the business will suffer, and you'll probably quit. I've seen it a lot with a lot of people. If you don't have a strong why, I personally know that when I started out, I had a really strong why. Once that was satisfied, I really just stayed I had a good reputation, and I was a small company with 3 or 4 guys. That's it. And then when I changed my why and made it something very important, and backed it up with good reasons, I doubled my business immediately. And I didn't double it again, but I went up significantly for about 3 or 4 or 5 years period going up. I decided to franchise it, and that made me want to shine this machine and make it really nice and put together something that is franchisable, something different, something where I can show people. So when my why changed, my trajectory and of my company changed to go along with it. All right, so take that 10 or 15 minutes, please, and seriously take a look at your whys and see how strong they really are. They have to pass that test, or there's no point in becoming an entrepreneur in this industry or any industry until you can find something to really get behind. All right, now let's take a look at how to start a painting company in 2023.